So, JEE Main 2020 January shift functions questions. Okay. So this is one such question. G of x is given like x square plus x minus 1. G of f of x is given like 4x square minus 10x plus 5. We need to calculate f of 5 by 4. See, you just pay attention on this f of 5 by 4. So f of x, we don't need that f of x. We need to calculate f of 5 by 4. Okay, right. For that, what I do is, first of all, you just take 5 by 4 in this expression directly. G of f of x is 4x square minus 10x plus 5. Now, what I do is, directly I will take that G of f of 5 by 4. G of f of 5 by 4 is equals to 4 into 5 by 4 square minus 10 into 5 by 4 plus 5. 4 into 5 by 4 square minus 10 into 5 by 4 plus 5. Okay, you just try to simplify what is the answer. Okay, if you simplify here, you will get right 4 square, 4 into 5 by 16, okay, minus 10 into 5 by 4 plus 5. If you simplify, this is by 4 and this is 50 by 4, and here again you just multiply with 4 and divide with 4. See, because completely denominator is 4, right? 5 fours is 20, 20 plus 5 is 25, 25 minus 50, minus 25. So, minus 25 by 4. Okay? So, G of f of 5 by 4 is equals to minus 25 by 4, right? Now, what I need to do is, directly I have that G of x is equals to x square plus x minus 1. I need to calculate the value of x for which, see, just a minute, right? This is 5 by 4 whole square. I need to write 25 by 16. Since it is 25 by 16, 4 fours, okay? Now, 20, 25, 45 minus 50 minus 5 by 4. So, G of f of 5 by 4 is minus 5 by 4. Okay? Right. See, G of f of 5 by 4 is minus 5 by 4. G of x is x square plus x minus 1. I need to find out this particular x for which this G of x is minus 5 by 4. Okay, see, do you understand that? See, G of x, I need to calculate the value of x for which G of x is equals to minus 5 by 4. Okay, so this is one part and that is the other part. G of something is minus 5 by 4. I need to find that something value. See, you may take that something value as some t or k, anything. So you may take it as some t. That t I need to find. G of t is equals to minus 5 by 4. So at the end, our intention is to find that t. What is G of t? G of t is simply t square plus t minus 1 is equals to minus 5 by 4. You just try to simplify. Send this one that side. What will happen? T square plus t is equals to minus 5 by 4 plus 1. Okay, this is equals to minus 5 by 4 plus 1. Minus 5 by 4 plus 1 is minus 1 by 4. And then this is 4t square plus 4t plus 1 is equals to 0, which is 2t plus 1 whole square is equals to 0. That in turn represents that t is equals to minus 1 by 2. At the end, I have the value of t as minus 1 by 2. Just look there. See, from this expression, G of f of 5 by 4 is minus 5 by 4, and from this G of t is equals to minus 5 by 4, I calculated that t is equals to minus 1 by 2. You just pay attention on these two, G of f of 5 by 4 and G of t. G of t is equals to minus 5 by 4 at t is equals to minus 1 by 2. G of f of 5 by 4 is again minus 5 by 4, right? So I have a chance to rewrite this minus 5 by 4 as G of t. The t value is what? Minus 1 by 2. So G of 1 by 2 and G of f of 5 by 4, both the values are equals to minus 5 by 4. That means this f of 5 by 4 is equals to 1 by 2. So our answer for the problem is minus 1 by 2. Okay, that's the problem. So this is one way. Calculating G of f of 5 by 4, which is minus 5 by 4, and calculating the value of t for which g of t is minus 5 by 4. When you combine these two things, you will get that the value of t is minus 1 by 2. At the end, g of minus 1 by 2 is minus 5 by 4. Okay, so this is one way. And in another way, directly you need to use that g of f of x. Okay. See, directly in another way, okay, this is one way, already the problem is completed and your answer is minus 1 by 2. In another way, you just write that g of f of x as by this definition, since g of x is x square plus x minus 1 and g of f of x is f square of x plus f of x minus 1 is equals to 4x square minus 10x plus 5. Okay. Here again the same logic actually. Send this minus 1 that side. If you send minus 1 that side, you will get that f square of x plus f of x is equals to 4x square minus 10x plus 6. Since I need to calculate f of 5 by 4, again we just replace x with 5 by 4 and we need to calculate. Okay. So now if you take 5 by 4 in the place of x, f square of 5 by 4 plus f of 5 by 4 is equals to 4 into 5 by 4 whole square minus 10 into 5 by 4 plus 6. Since we need to calculate f of 5 by 4, see, treat that f of 5 by 4 as t. If you take it as t, then it will become like t square, right? Now what will happen? So when you take it as t square and t square plus t is equals to, we need to simplify that part. 4 into 5 by 4 whole square and everything we need to simplify. So how it becomes? Just think about it. 25 by 16, so 25 by 4 minus 50 by 4 plus I will write that 6 as 24 by 4. When you add 49 minus 50 minus 1 by 4, this is equals to minus 1 by 4. Again the same logic as we discussed, it will become like 2t plus 1 whole square is equals to 0 and t is equals to minus 1 by 2. At the end the t is nothing but f of 5 by 4, right? So f of 5 by 4 is minus 1 by 2. So actually both the ways are similar and it depends on our way of solving. Just have a look. So next problem is this. F of x is given like 8 power 2x minus 8 power minus 2x by 8 power 2x plus 8 power minus 2x. We need to find the inverse of f of x. We need to find the rule for the inverse of f of x. Okay. See, inverse of f of x is simply nothing but f inverse of x. We need to find the rule for that f inverse of x. For that, first of all, you just let f inverse of x is equals to y. Okay. So let f inverse of x is equals to y. If you let that f inverse of x is equals to y, from there it is very clear that x is equals to f of y. And that implies x is equals to f of y. See, our intention is to find f inverse of x. So our intention is to find y. So find y in terms of x. For that, x is equals to f of x is this. F of y means 8 power 2y minus 8 power minus 2y divided by 8 power 2y plus 8 power minus 2y. We need to get y. Okay. For that, write this 8 power minus 2y as 1 by 8 power 2y. So this implies x is equals to 8 power 2y minus 1 by 8 power 2y is the numerator divided by 8 power 2y plus 1 by 8 power 2y is the denominator. Now you just try to simplify in numerator as well as in denominator. Okay. That implies x is equals to, in numerator, 8 power 2y into 8 power 2y is 8 power 4y. Okay, directly I will write it. Okay, 8 power 4y minus 1 divided by, here 8 power 2y into 8 power 2y is 8 power 4y plus 1. So this is 8 power 4y minus 1 by 8 power 2y, 8 power 4y plus 1 by 8 power 2y. That by 8 power 2y get cancelled. So you left with x is equals to 8 power 4y minus 1 by 8 power 4y plus 1. You just do cross multiplication. What will happen? X into, our intention is to find y. Okay, don't forget that target. Okay, 8 in x into 8 power 4y plus 1 is equals to 8 power 4y minus 1. Okay, we need y. So for that you just collect 8 power 4y one side. Okay, yeah, I will write it like this. See, just look there, x into 8 power 4y, x into 1. X into 1 is x. Send this minus 1 this side, become plus 1, and this side 8 power 4y into 1 minus x. This is 8 power 4y, and this x into 8 power 4y will, if it moves that side, 1 minus x. From there 8 power 4y is equals to, send this 1 minus x to the denominator, it becomes like 1 plus x by 1 minus x. At the end 8 power 4y is equals to 1 plus x by 1 minus x. Our target is to find y, and that's why this, see, make y as subject. So send this 8 this side, then it will become like this. That implies 4y is equals to logarithm of 1 plus x by 1 minus x base 8. Okay, as per the options we need to simplify. Now 4y is equals to this. We need y, send that 4 also that side. So that implies y is equals to 1 by 4 times the logarithm of 1 plus x by 1 minus x base 8. What is this y? This y is simply f inverse of x. So our f inverse of x is simply nothing but y. And we found that y as 1 by 4 times the log of 1 plus x by 1 minus x base 8. So this is the inverse of f. Okay, as f is given like this. Already this is a problem which we discussed in our regular class also. Okay, just have a look. Now the question from the mains 2020 January from functions. Here they asked us to calculate the inverse of the given function. To calculate the inverse of the function, the standard procedure is by letting that f inverse of x is equals to y and try to express that y in terms of x. So on simplification, I have y in terms of x as 1 by 4 into log of 1 plus x by 1 minus x base 8. Okay, have a look. So just have a look. The next problem is this. F is a function from 1 3 to r. Domain is the open interval 1 2 3. Okay, and the function is defined like this. F of x is equals to x step x by x square plus 1. We need to calculate the range of f. Okay, that step already we know it. Step x represents the greatest integer function, usual step. Okay, so see, first of all, to find the range we need to eliminate this step. As we know, step x means the integral part. Okay, so for example, what is step of 2.4? 2, we know it. What is step of 1.5? 1, we know it. Here the domain is from 1 to 3, so x may be x lies in between 1 to 3. Sometimes x is there in between 1 and 2, and sometimes x is there in between 2 and 3. So since x, as per the problem, since x belongs to this 1 to 1 3, we have two possibilities. What are those? In one case, x just belongs to 1 to open interval 1 2. In the other case, x belongs to closed interval 2 to open 3. Okay, x may lie in between 1 and 2, or x may be in between 2 and 3. X is anything from the domain, right? X is anything from the domain, and the domain is from 1 to 3. Just since step is involved, I splitted the domain into two parts. 1 to 2 is one part and 2 to 3 is the other part. Then in this part, what to say about f of x, and in this part, what to say about f of x. That plays the role. Okay, when you look at that, see, if x is a number in between 1 and 2, its step value is clearly 1, and that's why this f of x is x into 1 by x square plus 1. Whereas if x is in between 2 and 3, so take any number which is in between 2 and 3. What is its step value? Clearly it is 2. So if x is in between 2 and 3, this step x will become 2, and that's why our f of x is 2x by x square plus 1. Now, the question is about finding the range of f. To find the range of f in this region 1 to 2, you just think about it. Okay, what is its value at 1, what is its value at 2, and how the function is behaving, that everything we need to discuss. Okay, f of x is x by x square plus 1. Here it is x by x square plus 1, and here it is 2x by x square plus 1. Okay, so for suppose if you send this x to the denominator, it becomes like this. Okay, 2 by x plus 1 by x. 2 by x plus 1 by x. Okay? Yeah. See, finding range is simply nothing but what are the possible values of the function for different given inputs. Is it right? So just calculate different inputs, okay? Because the domain is somewhat simple reason, right? 1 to 2 only. And that's why here again it is from 2 to 3 only. And that's why you just calculate the function value at different points that directly gives you the domain, okay? The first thing is in between 1 and 2, 1 less than x less than 2. What you say about that? What you say about f of 1? F of 1 is 1 by 2. In this region, f of 1 is 1 by 2. What you say about f of 2? In this region, if you take 2 in the place of x, f of 2 is 2 by 5. Is it right? So when you change the values of x from 1 to 2, the function values are changing from 1 by 2 to 2 by 5. Basically 1 by 2 to 2 by 5 means 1 by 2 is what? 0.5. And 2 by 5 is what? When you multiply with 2, it is 4 by 10, which is 0.4. That in the sense, the values are decreasing. For 1 it is 0.5, for 2 it is 0.4. Then what you say about the values in between 1 and 2? You just check with 1 or 2 values by taking 1 by 2 or anything. The values are continuously decreasing. So in this region, the range is from 1 by 2 to 2 by 5. So this x by x square plus 1 belongs to the region 1 by 2 to 2 by 5. In the same way, if you check here, okay, when you replace x with 2 here, what you will get? If you replace x with 2 here, this is 2 into 2, okay. They are decreasing, right? So since we are see, while expressing the range, yeah, this is the open interval, smaller number to the larger number we need to write, and that's why this values belongs to the region 2 by 5 to 1 by 2. Okay. Again in this region between 2 and 3, you just calculate f of 2. That f of 2 is 4 by 5, and then calculate f of 3. F of 3 is 6 by 3 square plus 1, 10. 6 by 10, which is nothing but 3 by 5. So the values are from 4 by 5 to 3 by 5. Again the values are decreasing. So this 2x by x square plus 1 values always lies in between 3 by 5 to 4 by 5. When you combine these two, finally the range is simply nothing but 2 by 5 to 1 by 2 union 3 by 5 to 4 by 5 is the range of the function. First of all, we need to identify the function in two different regions. After identifying the function, you just calculate the outputs for the given inputs. The outputs are in between 1 by 2 and 2 by 5 for the first case, and in between 4 by 5 and 3 by 5 for the second case. At the end, the range is this, okay. So there is another way also to solve it, but it is by using differentiation, okay. At that chapter, I will discuss it, okay. At present, it is enough. To find the range, this is the way. Just have a look. So we have a chance to take 2 in the place of x. So you just take closed bracket at that, okay, right. So we need to solve it. We need to find the number of possible values for this. First of all, what we need to do? This is log mod sin x base 1 by 2. This is log mod cos x base 1 by 2. Send it this side. It will become like this: log mod sin x base 1 by 2 plus log mod cos x base 1 by 2 is equals to 2. Log a plus log b is nothing but log ab. So we will write it like this: log mod sin x into cos x base 1 by 2 is equals to 2. So if you convert it into exponential form, send this 1 by 2 that side. How it becomes? So mod sin x into cos x is equals to 1 by 2 power 2. If you send this 1 by 2 that side. 1 by 2 power 2 is 1 by 4. But this side, this is mod sin x cos x. I know that sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. So multiply with 2. It becomes mod 2 sin x cos x is equals to 1 by 2. And again, modulus of sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2. Modulus of sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2. What it means? Sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. So sin 2x has two possible values, 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. And as x is given in the range 0 to 2 pi. But here sin 2x is involved. X is from 0 to 2 pi. When you multiply with the 2x is from 0 to 4 pi. Since x is there from 0 to 2 pi, 2x value will lie from 0 to 4 pi. 0 to 4 pi in the sense 2 revolutions. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Again first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Totally 4 quadrants, 2 times will appear, right? Right. Sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2. So sin 2x 1 by 2. Sin 2x is a positive value. From there you will get that answer from first quadrant or second quadrant, because in first quadrant and second quadrant sign is positive. And so since sin 2x is 1 by 2, you will get two values. One from the first quadrant, one from the second quadrant. And since it is from 0 to 4 pi, we need to rotate once again. So 2 from the first quadrant, 2 from the second quadrant. Totally 4 values for x you will get in the region 0 to 4 pi if sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2. Similarly, sin 2x is equals to minus 1 by 2. Sin 2x is negative in third and fourth quadrants. So sin 2x is equals to minus 1 by 2 has one solution in third quadrant, one solution in fourth quadrant. Okay, totally 2 solutions. Since we are rotating once again we will get 2 more solutions. Totally 4 solutions for the minus 1 by 2, 4 solutions for the plus 1 by 2 in the region 0 to 4 pi. At the end, the number of solutions are 8. That's the answer for this problem. Okay. So, while deciding the number of solutions for the sin 2x is equals to 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2, see, usually we may use graph also. And that's why sometimes we may consider the problem under functions. Okay. Just have a look. So these are the questions from JEE Main 2020 January shift questions from the functions. Okay. Right.